Good morning, students. So in our last class we discussed about the second derivative test, and there we know how to find out the maximum value as well as the minimum value. Also we discussed about the odd derivative and even derivative, and the maxima point, minima point, as well as the maximum value and minimum value. So now we complete three methods: absolute maxima, absolute minima, local maxima, local minima, and the second derivative test, which one is simply known as maximum and minimum. So after completing this one, now today we start the exercise 6.5, and in this exercise the first question is given here: find the maximum and minimum values if any of the following functions given by. The first function is given here, fx equal to twice x minus 1 whole square plus 3. Now here listen, this question is given in this way also: find the maximum and minimum values without using derivative. In this way also question is asking in exam. So now here, if you see, without using derivative, we can solve this question. And for this, the function is given here, fx equals to twice x minus 1 whole square plus 3. Now at first what you have to write, we write down the function. So here given that, and the function is here, we write twice x minus 1 whole square plus 3. So here x is a real number. So one thing here very clearly we know, twice x minus 1 whole square. Whole square result, that means this one is never negative. So that's why here written, if you see, it can be observed that twice x minus 1 whole square is greater than equals to 0. It may be 0 or more than 0, but not less than 0. Reason behind, here it is whole square given, and here we consider x is a real number. So the first step we have to write like in this way: if whole square given. Later on different types of questions we get, and in different way we can solve. So now at first we write here, because in the question twice x minus 1 whole square is there, so that's why here we write twice x minus 1 whole square is greater than equals to 0. Now if we see the function, in function plus 3 here given, so for that reason here what you have to do, we add plus 3 on both sides. So here 3 on right hand side and left hand side, on both sides we add 3. And after that, if you see here now, twice x minus 1 whole square plus 3, this one is the whole function, isn't it? So that's why in place of this twice x minus 1 whole square plus 3, we put fx, which one is our given function. Is it clear? So that's why in place of this one, we put fx. So fx equals to 3 or greater than 3. That's why here we write fx is greater than equals to 3. Is it clear? So what is the meaning of this one? So the minimum value of the function is 3, but not less than 3. It may be more than 3, but not less than 3. So that's why here the minimum value easily we can identify, and the minimum value is what here? 3. But here the maximum value is impossible to find out, because more than 3, that means it may be 4, it may be 5, or it may be 6, we don't know. So that's why here only the minimum value is possible. Is it clear? And the minimum value is what? 3. And now here mathematically, how can we calculate this 3? How can we find out the value of minimum value of this function? So in this case, what you have to do, you see here, in this case, to attain the minimum value here, we write the minimum value of f is attained when twice x minus 1 equals to 0. That means the meaning is what here? The minimum value, how can we find out? How can we get the value of this one, twice x minus 1? This value must be equal to 0. If this value must be equal to 0, then we get only the minimum value. Because the function is given twice x minus 1 equals to a whole square plus 3. So to get the minimum value, we need here this twice x minus 1 equals to 0. So that's why here we write twice x minus 1 equals to 0. And from here, if we find out the value of x equals to, we get 1 by 2. Is it clear? This one you see. And this x equals to 1 by 2, we put on the given function. And the given function is which one? Twice x minus 1 whole square plus 3. Here we put the value of x. And after putting the value of x here, if you calculate, and then we write f of 1 by 2. And then if we calculate this result, now here you see, we get 2 into 1 by 2 minus 1 whole square plus of 3. And if we calculate this one, ultimately the value we get here 3. Hence, f does not have a maximum value. F has here only one value, which one is the minimum value, and the minimum value is what here? 3. Is it clear? So in this way we can find out the maximum or minimum value. Especially in this question, we get the minimum value because of this fx is greater than equals to 3. So without using derivative, we can find out the maximum or minimum value like in this way. I hope all of you understood this one. Is it clear? Okay. Now after completing the first one, now if you see another question here, some different type of questions are there. So if you see the second question, question number 2, and the question number 2 is given like in this way, you see. The question number 2 is given fx equals to 9x square plus 12x plus 2. So now here the polynomial given of this one is a quadratic polynomial. So 9x square plus 12x plus 2, you see here. So now this question is not same as the first one, is not it? So that's why first of all what you have to do, we write given that the function we write fx equal to 9x square plus 12x plus 2, and then after that what you have to do, we have to convert this one into completing the square method. With the help of completing the square method, we have to convert this one into whole square form. So that's why here 9x square we write 3x whole square plus, if we break this 12x, then we have to write 2 into thrice x into 2 plus of, we need b square, so that's why we write 2 square. Then to balance this result, we have to subtract minus 2 square, and finally here it is 2. Now if you see this highlighting part, 3x whole square plus 2 into thrice x into 2 plus 2 square. In place of this one, we can write 3x plus 2 whole square, a plus b whole square form, and the remaining part is here minus 2 square, that means minus 4 plus 2, that means minus 2. Ultimately here fx equals to, we get 3x plus 2 whole square minus 2. Is it clear? So now if you see this one, this part is same as our first question. Now we convert the polynomial, this quadratic polynomial, into whole square form, and we get the result like in this way. Fx equals to 3x plus 2 whole square minus 2. Is it clear? So now here it can be observed that same as the first one. So this 3x plus 2 whole square always greater than equals to 0 because it is whole square form given here. So that's why here x is here we write real number. So what we need in this function, we need minus 2. So that's why adding minus 2 on both sides. So if we adding minus 2 on both sides, then we get 3x plus 2 whole square minus 2 greater than equals to minus 2. So in place of this 3x plus 2 whole square minus 2, we can write fx. As you see here, we write fx. So fx is greater than equals to minus 2. So what is the meaning of this one? So that means the minimum value of fx is minus 2, but the maximum value is uncountable here. So that's why here we get only the minimum value, and the minimum value is here minus 2. Now after that, what you have to write? Let's see. In this case, we have to write here the minimum value of f is attained when this 3x plus 2 value must be equal to 0. So that's why we write here 3x plus 2 equals to 0. Otherwise, how can we get the minimum value here? So this 3x plus 2 equals to 0. And then from here, if you see, the value of x is minus 2 by 3. And this x value we have to put on the given function. And the function is what? 3x plus 2 whole square minus 2. There we have to put. And the minimum value of f, here we write f minus 2 by 3, and if we put 3 into minus 2 by 3 plus 2 whole square minus 2. So now after calculating this result, we get the answer is minus 2. Hence our conclusion is what here? Hence the function f does not have maximum value because of fx is greater than equals to minus 2. So here we get only minus 2. Is it clear? So today we complete 2 questions. So another 2 questions are there. So you have to try by yourself. In our next class, if you have any confusion, then we have to continue this 2 questions. Is it clear? Okay. Thank you.